being here. Montana beats Morehead State for its 14th straight win at Washington Grizzly Stadium. Hayden Harris and Nick Ostmo are with us today with Coach Hauck, and Nick Ostmo crossed the 2,000-yard rushing barrier today, only the 8th player in Grizzly history to do so. So, Coach, we'll start with your initial thoughts after a nice win for the Grizzlies.
Sure, thanks, Tapes. Congrats to our guys. It was a good win. I thought it was an inspired effort. I thought we played really hard throughout. It was also terrific to have the opportunity to play a lot of guys that'll help both in terms of development and attitudinally. And yeah, I'm enthused with the way our guys played. I liked our temperament. I liked our execution. And I liked how clean we played. So good win by our guys. Fired up to 2-1.
Bobby, I was listening to your coach's show with Riley. You were talking about day-by-day focus for college football players. Do you feel like your team did that this week, and did that result in the great performance today?
Well, I don't know what results in great performance necessarily. I mean, we try to hedge our bets, and we have a way of doing things. But that would be the secret sauce if you knew exactly what it took to have a great performance every week. However, I would say that your question's great. I like it because our guys locked in. They worried about the little things. They worried about correction. They worried about doing right in today's game. It showed up on the scoreboard.
Little reshuffle on the offensive line with Cade Klimzak going to center, Liam Brown going to guard. What'd you like about that, and how that aid the rushing effort today?
Well, Cade got here late. I mean, we kind of viewed him as a center, but we didn't really feel like we could put all our eggs in one basket because we didn't know how good he was going to be. Thought he'd be good enough to contribute. We didn't know if he could get into the lineup. And so we started training camp with Liam at center, and then as Cade worked his way into the starting lineup, we really feel like he's probably a little more natural at the center position for us. And Liam is a big old goon guard, and he can move people. So we love the way Liam plays a guard, and he doesn't have to worry about snapping it and just go after it. So when Joe wanted to do that this week, I was certainly all for it. I think it was probably good.
Nick, can you just take us through your touchdown run? What'd you see? Who had key blocks? And tied for 8th in school history with your position coach. What do you think of that?
On the touchdown, we were on a stretch and just kind of stuttered one guy, and then it was just clean off the edge. Had Schaefer lead blocking for me, and there was just one guy on the goal line to beat. So pretty clean run, and then really cool. What was it? Rushing touchdowns?
Rushing touchdowns and rushing yards, 8th in each, but you tied Justin for rushing touchdowns.
I'll have to say something to him about it. I know we've had a little back and forth about that rushing yards, rushing touchdowns stuff, so that's really cool. Really appreciate it. A lot of hard work from a lot of guys around me to get there.
Bobby, obviously every win's a big one, but can you talk about the importance of your team being able to bounce back and give a performance like they did today?
Yeah, and when you kind of gifted that one a little bit last week, the second half obviously, and you always worry about that carrying over. I think historically we've done a pretty good job of correcting and flushing the last game, and win or lose, and it was good by our guys being willing to work on it, improve, fix things, and then come out and play well.
And then Hayden, it's not every week you're going to lead the team in interceptions. Can you walk me through that play a little bit? What it was like to get the turnover?
Yeah, so we were sort of expecting the screen. The coaches did a really good job when we had a timeout alerting that to us, and we ran the play, and Patrick Hayden did a really good job of putting the offensive lineman into the ball, and it just was up in the air, and I just had to go make a play, and it was just overall great execution by our defense.
Seemed like the defensive line was gelling, doing a good job getting to the quarterback today. Walk me through how those guys did today on the field.
Yeah, I mean, every single one of them was awesome to play with them, and the defense as a whole is awesome to play with them as well. And I think we do a really good job as a unit playing together and finding that chemistry. And guys, some of the guys rotating and getting all those guys in the game to work hard every day was a special moment for us, and I'm excited how we play and how we're going to play in the future.
Talk about being a basketball guy with good hand.
Yeah, there you go.
Coach, you talk about number seven, your running back, Fonte, just getting the freshman some playing time, and just how he played in his opportunity that he got today.
Yeah, so in our staff meeting this morning, we kind of went through everybody. We go through our rotations, and we expected substitution patterns, and we talked specifically about him and the hope to get him in the game, and I'm glad we did. You know, with true freshmen, you're always hedging on maybe trying to save the redshirt here, and so I was glad we could get him in the game. I thought he was terrific. Again, that goes hand in hand with the offensive line, but I thought he was terrific. I thought he ran really hard. I don't think he looked like a guy that's had 2 weeks of school under his belt in college. I thought he looked like a veteran presence. I thought he was physical at the end of runs. I thought he saw things well, and I said this during training camp, but I think that was a good get for us.
Yeah. And were there any young guys that got to play on the defensive end that stood out toward the end?
Well, there was a lot of guys played. Offense, defense, special teams. I'd have to watch it. You know, it gets to that point where you're just trying to make sure you got 11 out there. You're subbing so many guys in.
Nick, and then you had the moment where everyone's kind of congratulating you, but then also 2 guys got their first touchdowns for the Grizz in your running back room. Like, just what's that like when you get to kind of celebrate those guys, and then obviously your moment too?
That's awesome. Just the great guys around on this team, and it's just awesome to have them celebrate you. And then me and Eli were sitting there just hoping that those other 2 guys would get a touchdown so we could go celebrate with them. And it's just it's an awesome experience, and you see the joy on their face, and it really just brings joy to you.
Coach, 410 rushing yards, negative 14 for them. What do you think about how you kind of controlled the line of scrimmage?
Well, that kind of says it weirdly, Sean. But controlling the line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball, playing pretty well in the kicking game is pretty comforting over there. And I think I don't know if Eric can second this, but I think that's the second most rushing yards ever in Grizzly history, which is a good deal.
A couple D-line guys I just wanted to ask about that are coming back from injury. Noose and Cashman are just being able to have those guys back as rotational guys. Like, what has that meant to you for your guys' program?
Well, you know, we want to play a lot of guys up front. When they start going down to injury, that to me lends itself to not as efficient defensive line play if you don't have the depth. And having Cash back, Hank back, is great because I think they're pretty solid players. Cash got the start today. Hank got the start last week. As you all know, it doesn't matter that much. You know, Hayden plays about as much as the guy behind him or the guy in front of him. So it's good to have those guys back. They're terrific.
Hayden, would you rather have the 2 sacks or the interception? I know you got both, but
I'd rather have the win.
There you go. How did it feel just to get back out there?
Yeah, I mean, it was great being back in front of our home crowd and getting that sour taste out of our mouth from last week. And we let up a lot of rushing yards last week, and our goal was to, really come out firing in this game. And stopping the run was our main goal, and then getting after the passer. We got to earn our right to rush the passer, and that means stopping the run. So we're excited to really get after it.
Yeah. You kind of mentioned it, but like the role that some of those young guys that don't really often get to play, like what their role is and how much work they put in. So like you guys were obviously so excited when they get to get in there, like just their role and how important they are.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are essential for every football team. They play just as hard as we do during practice. They put as many hours in as we do, and to see them finally get their opportunity or to get their opportunity to go in there and play and showcase their abilities, I mean, it's really a special opportunity for them, and you couldn't be any more happy for them. So just doing that more often down the road is going to be always a goal, but they deserve it.
Bobby, Junior Bergen back today and got a number of reps in the first half. Just
was good for him to get some practice in. You know, you can't play without practicing. So he had a couple weeks of practice, which means he can play.
And then the end of the game when you're rotating all those young guys in, I mean, do you have a favorite part about seeing all those guys get an opportunity to hit the field?
Well, it's usually you're either way up or way down, so it's better to be way up. And then, you know, again, as Hayden just said really well, probably better than I'm going to say it, it's really good attitudinally through the team. You know, these guys start for us. The guys that don't play any plays ever, they work just as hard as these guys. The work is the work. No one, you know, it's not like, okay, you're a starter, so you have to lift and run and train 5 days a week, but you're not a starter, so you only got to work out 2 days a week. They all do the same amount volume of work, and it's just really for me as the head coach, but everybody throughout, as Hayden just said, it's really an awesome, wonderful deal when guys get a chance to play on Saturdays. So what a cool day in the stadium. We had 26,000 people there, and our young guys, some of our guys that have been not full-time players got to play today, and I'm happy for them more than anything else.
I wanted to ask Nick about number 7 as well. Malai Fanoti, am I saying this right?
You got it.
Got it. What do you think of just his ability to sort of...
2 this week, you did good.
What do you think of his ability to contribute? Because it seems like he's a talented young player.
You know, he came in and he's a guy that really likes football and picked it up really fast, and he's been really eager to get in there and play, and really excited for him that he went out and showed what he could do, because like Coach just said, he does just as much as I do at practice, and he works his butt off, and he's going to be a really good player. I was really happy with the way that he went out and ran the ball today.
And Coach, on the first 2 kickoffs, 2 clean and great hits, TJ Roush on the first one and Isaiah Childs on the second one, how much can that set the tone for a game, especially when you're playing in front of your home crowd?
Yeah, going into the season, I was worried about our kick coverage. Playing a lot of guys that haven't played much, and I think it's improved steadily the first 3 weeks, and it's something that those guys take pride in. So good, those are good hits. It's good to knock that ball carrier down and hear it. Got to keep doing that. But good for those guys. Yeah, a lot of guys got opportunity there today too.
Let's go one more.
Bobby, 3rd and 4th down, I think combined those, you guys were over 50% today. Just what stood out to you about the team's performance on those downs?
Yeah, we're probably better on 1st down, which caused us to be better on 3rd down. Defense was good in that situation. I don't think they had a 1st down the second half, so we kind of swarmed them. But yeah, I think we're probably better on 1st downs than that.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.